Hi everybody, my name's David. Welcome to my channel, My Yard Sale. Hey, today I want to do an update and tell everybody how things are going and follow up on a couple comments from my last post. So, this last couple of months has been the literal hardest, most couple of months in my entire life. I don't know exactly what happened. On my last post, I talked about I thought that I ate too much, I don't know, saturated fats, too much sodium. I ate so many hot dogs that I think that I think I found out what eating too much hot dogs does to your body in a negative way. It didn't help me at all. It didn't do me any good. I I'm finally starting to, I'm just going to say, recover from it. I'm not sure exactly what happened or how it negatively affected me exactly. Well, I will say that it made it so that I lost my strength. My any muscle that I had in my body, I felt like I lost. And it got so difficult that getting from my bed, out of bed, like all the strength that I had was mostly just to get to the bathroom and back without falling over or not being able to make it all the way. Like I usually had enough strength to get to the bathroom, but I'm going to be honest, there's been a couple of times when coming back from the bathroom has been difficult. And I would get to my bed and have a difficulty of getting from the ground into bed. Like I don't completely understand it. I don't get it. But obviously, I know that it has to do with diabetes and insulin resistance and metabolic issue. I mean, who knows metabolically what exactly is happening with my body? I have no idea. Well, I mean, I have thoughts. I mean, my body was never a temple, but I never like completely um, didn't pay any attention to my health. But I know that I didn't take care of my body like I should have. But so I would get out of bed, get to the bathroom, or occasionally I'd get to the kitchen. I'd try to get some water, but it just got worse and worse to the point where it was just almost impossible. Now I'm going to say that I'm recovering from that. Like I am starting to get some strength back. I'm starting to get some muscle back. I still have to be very careful with the sugar, which I still have a little bit of an issue with that because I do love my cookies. Um, but I'm trying to not like be so dependent on sugar when I have it, even though that can be difficult, but not impossible. I am I am finding that I have a little bit more control, a little bit more willpower of not eating like all the sugar that I have when I have it. But it's still a test for me. So I think that my problem was the saturated fat, which I'm not afraid of saturated fat. I just think that the hot dogs that I was eating was just too much, plus the sodium, plus the nitrites. Somehow those hot dogs just totally wrecked me. So now I'm actually not eating hot dogs at all. I'll tell you what I am eating a lot of. Well, not a lot of because I'm so scared of like overeating something that I shouldn't be eating. I'm eating these tuna creations. And I'm just going to say, I was never a huge fan of tuna. I talked about tuna on this channel before. I'm not a huge fan of tuna. But these things are delicious. And they aren't 2.6 ounce. They're, I don't know, 4 ounce. So there's enough to actually have a little bit of a meal instead of like a snack where you feel like you need to eat three of them. Um, but I'm actually really enjoying those. They have beans. Some of them have rice. They have other things besides just tuna, and they're flavored, so I don't have to like try to figure out how much relish to put in or other stuff. So I'm eating a lot of tuna creations. I think that I'm reading that because of mercury, keeping keeping that to 2 times a week is the best thing to do, which I'm adhering to that. I'm trying to do that. Um, now that I found that, I am sticking to 2 times a week, so I'm not eating that too much. Like, I don't expect to hopefully have mercury issues, but I'm also eating a lot of luncheon meat. I'm really enjoying Black Forest ham. Like, that's something that I am really enjoying. That with a piece of American cheese on a tortilla, like, that's a good meal for me. It's kind of good. I really enjoy it. So that's what I'm eating lately is Black Forest ham and tuna creations, which I'm actually enjoying that. That tuna, I feel like I could use the omega 3s. I feel like that's doing me right. And the Black Forest ham that I eat is no saturated fat. It's I think it has some fat, but it's not saturated fat, which is good. Oh, and I drink milk. So I bought powdered milk, and I had bought powdered whole milk, which actually did me pretty good for a while. But then I started reading about saturated fat in that, and it didn't negatively impact me like other stuff has, but it did feel like it was kind of creeping up on me. So I did buy some more milk powder. I like milk powder because it doesn't go bad on me. Um, I bought no fat milk, which actually has the same amount of protein, just less fat. So I mean, I don't hate it. And so I'll mix up a couple of good size icy glasses of milk. And one thing that I did do that makes it taste a little bit better is I buy these things from Walmart. They're called drink mix, and it's just a little it's a little container, not a container. Plastic. It's a plastic packet of drink powder that you buy the box, and you get these sleeves of drink powder, and each sleeve has like 5 servings. And so I'll put a little bit of powder in my milk, and I'll have either strawberry milk or pomegranate berry milk or some kind of milk. Like my latest thing that I'm testing is strawberry, banana, orange, which I'm not a huge fan of. I like the berry mix a lot better. But I mix a little bit of this drink mix into my milk, gives it a little bit of flavor. So I'm getting the protein, I'm getting the flavor, and I'm actually drinking something that I'm enjoying. So that's kind of an interesting thing that I'm trying out. And there's, I don't know, 50 different flavors of Walmart drink mix to try out. I'm trying to stick to the strawberries and the berry flavors because it seems to be the best with um, with milk. Like the citrus thing, I'm not a big fan of the orange flavor. Not really good. I'm not going to mix lemonade with it. But the berries seem to go really good with the milk. That way I can get my protein. I'm getting, 9 grams of protein per big glass of milk that I drink, which is actually, I don't know, 2 or 3 of those a day is plenty of protein. I don't really need 40 grams of protein, I don't think, because when I eat too much protein, it messes with my metabolism. It makes my insulin resistance worse, and it just it doesn't seem to help me. So I'm definitely getting some muscle back. I'm getting some strength back. I'm getting around the house a little bit better. I'm not resorting to having to crawl around my house quite so much. I'm able to get from one end of my house to the other. But yeah, a couple of months ago, I went back and looked at my so I have this Apple Watch, and it tracks my steps. And I looked back at November, and my steps in November, like on a good day, was 100 steps, which was basically me getting to the bathroom and back a couple times. But other than that, I was getting no steps. I mean, before that, a couple of months ago, I was pretty excited that I was getting 1,000 steps a day and even a couple thousand, which I'm finally getting back to that. Like for me to get 1,000 steps a day now is pretty good. Like I'm getting back to that. But in November, I was getting 100, 200, not even 300 steps a day, which, like I said, was one trip to the kitchen, maybe to get water or food, and then a couple trips to the bathroom. That was my 100 steps, which is pretty terrible. but I feel like I'm starting to get back to that. And I had mentioned that I think it was November that I had thought about calling 911. And Magnus Den's good thought on leaving a key outside so that they don't knock my door down trying to get in to rescue me. And I had mentioned that I was going to tell you why I can't do that. And I was going to show you, but I can't really show you because I didn't get it off my door. But so I live in a house that's, I don't know, 200, 300 years old. Like I have paperwork on my house going back 200 years of the slave that lived here and the family members that were buried out on the property. Um, like my house is at least 200 years old, maybe even 300. And my front door is one of those doors that's like, I mean, it's easily like, I don't know, 4 inches thick, all wood. And I have a skeleton key. That's what I was going to show is the skeleton key. But I'm afraid that if I take it out, I won't be able to get it back in. I have a skeleton key that I can unlock and lock from the inside. And I guess I can lock it and unlock it from the outside. I've just never done it. There's like a little thing that you can slide open and then slip the key in. I don't even use it. I just lock it from the inside and leave it locked and use a different door. Um, but so I have this skeleton key that I can't really take it out and hide it somewhere. And there's no other skeleton keys that I can get I'm gonna be able to use it as a spare key. I can't just go to Lowe's and have them make a spare key. It's a literal like 200-year-old skeleton key that's probably been in the front door of this house for the last 150, 200 years. I mean, it's never come out of that. I've lived here for 20 years, and it's never come out of my front door since I've lived here. I always just leave it on. I leave it locked or unlocked, and when it's locked, I mean, there's nobody getting in, and I leave the key actually in the door. I don't ever take the key out of the door. So I can't really just take the key out and make a copy and hide it. I have to either leave it locked or unlocked. And unfortunately, there's kids in the neighborhood that if you leave your door unlocked, they're not horrible kids, but they're kids, and they test doors, and if they check the door and open it up, they're coming in. I've had kids come into my house before on doors that I didn't lock. So I just have to be careful. So I can't just leave my key outside. I can't hide a key somewhere outside. I have to either lock my door or unlock it, one or the other. But either way, the key is going to still be in the door. I can't take my key out and have it disappear or drop it somewhere and have it go into a little crevice and not be able to get it out. I wouldn't be able to replace it. I just leave it in the door. So leaving a key outside is a good idea. I just unfortunately cannot do it. Yeah, so my health, I don't know, you can see in my hair is like, I mean, there's something definitely going on with my body. My hair is growing like a weed. And it's like, it's my facial hair. I have to shave a couple times a week now, whereas I didn't have to shave at all for weeks at a time. Now I have to shave. And my stupid hair on my head, I'm going to have to shave my head soon because my hair is like getting so long, even though it's winter and it'll be nicer having a little bit more hair. I don't know, maybe not. But I'm finally starting to get my strength back. I'm starting to get around my house a little bit better. I'm getting back up to my steps. I can figure out what my day is like, and I can by the steps that I put in a day. If I do 200 steps, I know that I'm having a difficult day. If I can get to 1,000 steps, I know I'm having a pretty good day. And if I can do 1,000 steps a couple days in a row, I know that I'm going to have less problems getting groceries off my front steps or just getting to the refrigerator and back, which was difficult in November. It was definitely difficult. So yeah, it's been a tough couple of months, and I don't completely understand it. I feel like I'm starting to get to the end of it and I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I'm definitely building more muscle. And again, my hair is growing like a weed, which like I think that's actually kind of a positive thing. I had read that um, insulin, like when your insulin sensitivity returns, it definitely makes your hair grow a lot faster. Right now, my hair, I'm going to have to shave my head, I guess, because my hair's like, I'm not going to take my hat off, but I look like a homeless person. My hair is like so wild and just unruly. It looks ridiculous. I'm going to have to shave my head. But yeah, this last couple of months, I know that I've been a little bit, I haven't posted quite as much. I was trying to post every week for quite some time, and I just couldn't do it. Like, even now, I have a hard time with my fingers. Like, my elbows are finally starting to resolve a little bit. I can use my elbows a little bit better, but I'm still having this problem with my hands where, like, if I have something in my hands, there's like a 90% chance I'm going to drop it. Like, I knock stuff over constantly. I'm dropping stuff constantly. I make it a point to not pick up any kind of drink that doesn't have a lid on it. I don't, I have to make a focused effort to not take a risk of dropping things that either will break or can't be picked up. It's been very difficult. I can't believe how difficult things actually had got in November. Like, I can't even explain what November was like. It wasn't impossible, but it was so difficult. It was almost impossible. And and I kind of had to figure out what was going wrong. And like I said, I think it was the hot dogs. I think we all know that hot dogs aren't the most healthy choice, but I had no idea that that together with my metabolic issues would cause such problems. Like I said, to the point where I almost called 911 to get help, and I guess I'm glad I didn't. But I could have. Maybe if I did, they might have run some tests on me and figured some things out. I don't know. But yeah, this has been an extremely difficult couple of months, and I'm hoping that I'm getting to the end of it. I'm getting around a little bit better. I'm eating different. Like I said, I'm eating those tuna things, and I'm eating a lot of um, what is it, Black Forest ham, which I'm really enjoying that with some ham and a slice of American cheese, which again, I know American cheese is kind of trash, but it tastes good and it fills me up and it gives me the calories and gives me what I need to not be starving, I guess. I feel like I'm getting enough calories to at least not be losing weight, losing a pound or 2 pounds every week. I'm finally starting to, I haven't weighed myself in quite some time. Maybe I'll try this week to weigh myself. I don't know. But I know that I'm not losing quite as many pounds as I was. I'm definitely eating some calories, which is good. Um, I'm eating more than I was in November for sure. I could barely eat in November, and like I said, I could barely get to the kitchen. Even getting water was difficult. Trying to stay hydrated was difficult. But now I feel like I might be on the other side of that, and things maybe will start getting to be a little bit easier, I hope, because it was so difficult that like it was not impossible, but so difficult that like I had some questions in my own head of whether I was able to continue on. I didn't know if it was going to continue to make sense or work. I don't know. It was just so difficult. Now things, like I said, seem to be a little bit easier. I'm drinking a lot more milk. I'm getting plenty of protein. I'm getting plenty of fats. I'm definitely eating some carbs, trying to not just get all the carbs that I get. Oh, you know what I'm eating a lot of is sweet potatoes. Not a lot of, but I'll eat a sweet potato with dinner, and I'm actually really enjoying that. I mean, I throw it in the microwave for 3 minutes, and I eat it like once it cools down a little bit. I'll just eat it like an apple, and I think that there's health benefits in that. Like that's good. That's a good carb, I think. At least everything that I've read says it is. But that's what I've been eating a lot of too. Is I eat, I don't know, a couple pounds of sweet potatoes a week, every couple of weeks. I'll eat a sweet potato every couple of days. And oftentimes I'll eat half of one and I'll have the other half for the next day. But I don't hate a sweet potato. Oh. So that yawn makes me reminds me of sleep. So I know that I've been exhausting myself during the day because when I sleep, I go into that deep sleep where my body is like trying to recover, I think. I don't know. I don't know exactly how that works. I mean, I know what REM sleep is and core sleep is, but that deep sleep thing, I read that deep sleep is when your body is like fixing itself. And if I like walk a lot or if I have any kind of anything physical that gets me beyond what my physical endurance is, like if I push too hard or go too far, then I'll sleep like a rock that night while my body recovers, which the next day I feel a little bit better. But now I will say that I feel like I could take a nap pretty much constantly. Like I'm tired right now, and it's 2 o'clock. I'll go to bed early. Even talking about sleep makes me yawn. I could go lay down right now and sleep probably. I may watch some football and take a nap. I don't know. I'm pretty happy that the Buffalo Bills are doing good in football. It's kind of nice because the Giants have sucked so long for so many years that I'm kind of turning into a Bills fan. Kind of happy about that. Gives me something to watch that I know isn't going to be a complete disappointment. The weather where I live, it's there was snow. I had probably, I don't know, a couple inches of snow, which is all melted off. It rained and it melted off, which is good because it's much better without the snow, I think. I mean, the snow looks pretty, but I much prefer it looking a little bit more summer. Um, but it's been down to a couple degrees for a couple of days. Luckily, my heat is finally working right, and my furnace is right. I'm happy about that. I haven't been freezing cold. Um, but yeah, the weather hasn't been so bad. It's been a little rainy, a little bit snowy, which is kind of normal for winter where I live. But there has been a couple pretty cold nights, and I would assume there's going to be obviously a couple more super cold nights over the next month or couple months. It's almost Christmas, and I haven't really celebrated Christmas in I don't know 5, 8 years. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to Christmas. I'm happy about that, and I'm hoping my New Year's post will be at least here on this channel. I'm hoping my New Year's post will be positive, good news about my health, not talking about how horrible the month was the last month or the month before. But I'm hoping that my New Year's post is going to be a positive post about the weight that I've gained, the muscle that I've built, the just the health that I've gained. Like that's what I'm hoping that I'm going to post for New Year's. We'll see how that goes. Who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know I'm still doing good. Things seem to be turning for the better after the month of November and the wreck that was for me physically, which again, I don't completely understand it. I mean, I have a good idea what it was, and I feel like I'm eating the right stuff to get beyond it, getting plenty of sleep. I'm easily getting plenty of sleep. And I'm hoping, like I said, to start posting more regular again. And definitely, I'm hoping to have a positive post for New Year's. And and I hope you guys are all doing well. And I hope that you have a great week. Thanks for watching. If you're subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, please consider it. I am going to start reposting or posting every week again like I was before. I'm going to be posting every week with just general update and just how things are going and positive things. And yeah, I do share the negative things as well because I feel like some of those things may help other people and what they're dealing with and maybe try to get through what they're working with. Um, but I'm hoping to be able to post some positive stuff in the next couple of weeks. But I will be posting weekly again. I hope you guys are all having a great week. Have a great week. Thanks so much. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.